everyone, today we will be discussing about the political economy of the New World Order, paradigm shift from Western hegemony to multipolarity. So, what do we actually mean by paradigm shift in this discussion?
So in this discussion, we are going to focus on investigating the different transitions that are happening in the international arena in the quest for global domination and control. So the major goal here is to explain the political economy of the emerging New World Order arising from the power struggle towards becoming the international superpower between the Western hegemony, which is
The United States of America,
yes, and the counter-hegemons from the East, which is
China,
and also the other international actors that challenges the stability of this hegemonic power.
This video will try to help viewers understand the what about related to the paradigm shifting process happening in the international arena. Hopefully, it could aid in understanding several questions like what can we expect from the New World Order arising specifically in the 21st century? What are the factors that contributes to this shifting of world order? How do the players involved interact, influence, and interplay with each other in their quest for global dominance? More inquiries will be derived as we go on with the discussion, as we have looked back at the superpowers' journey towards hegemony.
So first, it is important that we discuss the current global scenario. The world right now is in the midst of a tectonic shift of political domination and control.
and many scholars believe that the United States of America is on the brink of her decline on global influence.
But is it actually true? Let's find out.
If we could recall, the political economy of the American hegemony, which emerged after the end of the Cold War, was primarily shaped by technocrats and businessmen who had advanced innovations which contributed to the unification and integration of the then geographically and politically divided society. The emergence of better transportation system, sustainable building materials, and technological advancements, which during those times were yet to be introduced to the world, marked the beginning of a growing economy for America, later on establishing stronger military capabilities, backing up its growing political involvement towards the international system. The United States of America's growing military and economic power brought her to her place as the hegemon, and during that time, no other countries can. American hegemony lasted for more or less 7 decades, and there have been challenges to this hegemony. Of course, the infamous rivalry between the United States of America and a continent-spanning behemoth, the communist United Soviet Socialist Republic, was one of the notable challenges for the Western hegemon. Still, the United States was able to secure itself as the sole superpower. Since then, no real challenger in the global stage emerged until just recently, and it came from the opposite side of the globe, the East, giving way to China as the new aggressive contender to the position.
With China's continued economic reform since 1978, plus its advantageous trading partnership with most nations, and its rampant foreign direct investments, China was able to secure a stable economy backed up by its intimidating size, population, and military capabilities. China has been expanding its partnership and influence by engaging in wide arrays of economic integration as well as regional development through launching programs such as the New Silk Road Infrastructure Program launched by Beijing in China and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, rivaling the Asian Development Bank in the funding for regional development.
These moves are evident actions of gearing up her global influence and expressing her strong desire as being acknowledged as the rising hegemon of the East. The emerging Sino-Russia strategic partnership clearly shows China and Russia teaming up to systematize a paradigm shift in the international affairs. The said strategic partners are formulating alternative approaches to alter the conduct of international relations from regionalism to globalism through expanding multilateral institutions and multilateral agreements, providing possibilities for multilateral hegemony. This partnership between Russia and China have created a new window of opportunities for the world by zipping their respective dreams of Grand Eurasia and modernization of the ancient Silk Road, hand in hand with different international multipolar institutions such as the BRICS or Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, and AIIB or Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, as alternatives to unipolar institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, World Bank, NATO, and ADB. Therefore, remolding and reshaping the previously unipolarly inclined order to that of multipolarity.
Still, many might wonder, is the United States of America really declining?
Well, when we talk about paradigm shift here, it is first and foremostly important to note that the emergence of another superpower threatening the current hegemon does not necessarily mean that the current hegemon has already fallen.
We must remember that a hegemon has achieved a certain degree of stability in its internal economy and has variable military strength, which means that threats of a rising economically independent or militarily capable giant wouldn't actually collapse the status of the hegemon in terms of being a superpower.
The power struggle discussed here focuses on arguments about who has the world in his hands, and as the study suggests, it is upon the hands of not anymore a single dominant, but instead on a number of significant superpowers. It only means that the United States of America can still be part of this multipolar international system as one of the great powers. An online article from the National Interest published by an author called Salvatore Babones cites several reasons as to why the American hegemony remains and will remain unmoved, even with challenges posed by counter-hegemons in the future. As he calls his work, American Hegemony is here to stay.
So let us now sum it up.
The new world order, which transcends the previous world order, suggests that the political economy of the world is moving closer and inclining towards multipolarity. This may be brought about by the global integration and interdependency among countries to secure their spot in the world arena. The whole world is under crucial revision as the great powers realign themselves towards multipolarity. Multipolarity is a tough yet inevitable road, and the world is currently headed towards that end.